It's messy.
Originally, when they first moved in, this was
Wasn't like
actually
this.
very clean.
And its dark, industrial look isn't doing it any favors.
When I step in, right, I see the red light, right? It's like a book key, you know.
Can we take this edgy 5-room HDB
Don't pull it down, just...
and transform it into a dream home that can sell at a record price?
Oh, wow.
What does it take to sell a home? And how do you wow potential buyers and seal the deal? Today, we're going to be taking a look at this beloved family home that's been personalized to the nth degree and find out exactly what it takes to not just get it ready for sale, but also get it ready to sell quick and fetch the highest price possible.
This week's property is in District 3, Queenstown, an iconic estate located on the city fringe. With plenty of essential amenities and easy access to the green corridor, it certainly lives up to its reputation as the crown jewel of Singapore's housing estates.
We're right along the Singapore River. There's Lorong Chuan MRT.
This is Nick. He is not your typical property agent. With his social media savviness and creativity, he has proven himself capable of marketing and selling all kinds of homes.
Hi, my name is Nick, and I've been an agent for 9 coming 10 years now. When I first joined the market, it was really a matter of necessity. So one of my uncles needed to sell one of his condos. I thought, how hard can this be? It wasn't selling, right? His agent wasn't doing nothing about it. I went and put my license, and here we are.
So Nick, what property do you have for us today?
We've got something quite nice. This is a very, very rare unit that's coming onto the market because this area is so low supply. Let's go check out this beautiful listing.
Let's go.
We are heading up to a spacious 5-room HDB at Queen's Close. Completed in 1996, the unit still has a healthy balance of 72 years.
Hello.
Hi, how's it
come in.
going? Let me introduce you. This is Fauzie.
Hi. Tim.
Nice to meet
Tania.
you.
Morning.
Hi, Tania.
Come in.
Okay.
With over 1,400 square feet, it's very rare to find such a spacious HDB these days. There are 4 bedrooms in this unit, 1 master and 1 kids' room. The other 2 have been converted into a study, and the last one is now a walk-in wardrobe. The homeowners are a young, fun-loving couple who really enjoy hosting friends, and they've created a home that reflects their personalities.
You have such a nice house. Why do you even intend to sell this place?
We figured it was time and we need more space for the kid. Well, I think we chose to buy this place because, one, we tried the BTO thing, didn't work out. Tried the balance of sale thing, that didn't work out as well. And this was on the re-offer balance of sale list. It happened to be big and slightly older, which is what we were looking for.
So let's start off in the dining space over here. So this is a very functional space. I like that they've put in, this 6-seater over here. It's nice and rectangular.
Yeah.
This is actually, I think, the most used space in the home.
This is where some of the party happens.
Some of the party. Actually, it gives me the bachelor pad vibe,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
you guys are married, so
Bachelor, but with me.
with a +1.
Well, I would say our home is a reflection of both of us. It's very edgy, it's very, in a sense, carefree. Well, I think we're watching a lot of renovation videos before actually settling on this design. We're very drawn to edgy or New York loft, speakeasy kind of vibes.
So this is where Tim does his magic. You can see this is his home office. So he's set this place up with all the dual monitors and all his gear over here. Because Tim does a lot of commentary.
Yep, a lot of golf commentary, so I can pretend to be anywhere in the world.
This home has great bones. So the layout is practically something that everybody wants. It's a 5A. It's one of the largest types that everybody gunners after. So you've got very good sized rooms. The flow, the layout is very efficient.
Decided that the highlight of this house is just one thing. This cutie over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Luca.
Hi, Luca.
Might be included in the price. The security system.
Okay, so let's check out the living room.
Go.
So this space over here is actually the epicenter of the house. If you just check out the layout, you'll find that it's a nice big squarish layout, right?
Right.
Every corner of the home has to pass through this intersection.
I think most of the fond memories in this house are all in this communal area. Like, we wanted it to be very open, very free-flowing, where, I could be cooking in the kitchen, friends could be out here, and we could still have a conversation.
Check it out, concealed door.
Whoa. Smart move.
It's a bit Harry Potter.
Here's the master. Check it out. So the whole thing is a grayscale from the floor all the way to the walls. They painted everything. Then just right across is actually the bathroom. So the bathroom, they did it with a little bit of characters. And then check out the pipes.
Yeah, the worn down pipes kind of match the whole color scheme.
Yeah, exactly. So
Was
it's
that
kind
on
of
purpose?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm pretty
That
sure.
was all part of the plan. We knew this was going to happen. The industrial theme that we went with sort of worked out well because, you know, we could have exposed piping.
It was really funny because when my mom came in, after it was done, she was like, I don't think it's finished yet. When she saw the piping on top, I was like, no, Mom, that's the design.
So straight out to the right is
The balcony.
fantastic.
Yes.
You'll see that the tiles are exactly the same as the ones in the kitchen. So
Right.
you've got this monochromatic British India kind of thing going.
Right.
And you can see that it's kind of a little bit too much stuff right now.
Yeah.
Originally, when they first moved in, this one was
Wasn't like
actually
this.
very clean.
It was these two chairs, the dog, side table, and one plant.
That's it.
Yeah, but then we had a child and he's taken over.
Ah, there you go.
As you can tell from the balcony, we're kind of growing out of the space that we used to have. Now with, you know, our little boy, Tristan, it's just taking a lot more space than we actually anticipated. So we do think that a little bit more space, a bit more organized as well, would be something that we're looking for the next step.
Thank you so much, Tim, Tania, and Nick, for showing me around the house. So in terms of pricing, what do you guys have in mind?
So we did a little bit of research back and forth, and we understand that there are already units that are on sale. So these listings are slightly smaller. They're 1,141 square feet, and they're already priced at 888.
Okay.
Then there's an in-between, there's 1,300 odd, and it's priced at 900, high 900s.
All around this area, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So that places us, which is the largest unit, 1,430, pushing us into the $1 million range.
Wow.
So what we're thinking is 108.
1.08.
1.08.
Did this figure come from you or from them?
Yeah, definitely discussed it. It's not me.
But okay, is this going to be a record price for this area?
Absolutely.
Wow. How confident are you guys that we can achieve that?
Well, we have a plan. First and foremost, we're going to start with
A great makeover for the space to get that price that we're looking for.
All right. I actually know of someone who can actually help us with this.
Really?
Yes, I know a lot of people, so don't worry.
nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my guy now.
When there's something strange and don't look good, who you gonna call?
I'm Wilson. I've been an interior designer for 26 years.
Famous for having done interiors for big-name actors, singers, and influencers, Wilson is highly valued for his keen eye for design and style.
When I'm young, I'm staying in a very small house, which is I have two brothers, and we squeeze everything together in the room. So this makes me want to become an interior designer, right, to create space.
Wow, cool.
This is their place,
Wow.
which you need to work on. They're trying to hit past the 1 million mark.
Wow.
You want to get a record-breaking 1.08 million
Wow.
for this particular listing. Do you think you can help to make that price achievable?
Oh yes, we can do something that is unique.
Okay.
So the first feeling is important.
Okay.
Because like what I see now, right, it's nice, but there is a bit of like industrial look. You can see all the piping is black in color.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that for my job, right, is to make it more comfort like a home.
Okay. More neutral.
Yes, neutral, home and clean cut. So when I step in, right, I see the red light, right, it's like you go book key, you know. And also I think the whole house gives the feelings a bit dark. I think the main challenge, right, will be from an industrial look to a home look. This is a big switch, you know.
Can we turn an edgy industrial home into a warm and cozy space that can fetch $1.08 million? Well, we don't have a lot of time, so let's get to work.
We are here to help Tim and Tania get their home ready for listing. To fetch the best possible price, we'll need to transform their home so that it appeals to more buyers by turning its industrial look to a more family-friendly one.
It's one thing to begin with a blank slate, and quite another when you have an existing style to work around. It's gonna be a challenge, but hey, no one ever said selling homes was easy, right? Let's see what new and improved look our interior designer Wilson has in mind. How's it going, guys?
Hey, hi.
Already deep in discussions, I see.
Yes. So basically, this is the vibe that we're going to bring in. All right, you can see the whole house design, right? We are using cream color and also something is very cozy, especially the tone of the sofa. The first thing, we actually change up the color, especially the piping running around the ceiling. You make the ceiling very cluttered and it's very complicated. So we actually decided to paint it white. Even the track light, we're going to change in all white. Right?
Listen, just take note that the vibe that we're going for, although it's very warm and very cozy, it also has to be very bright, remember? Because this is a lower floor unit. There's insufficient light. So if you're playing with the colors, make sure that once I come through, I'm looking at something that's white and...
Yeah, this one, no worry at all. Because before I design the house, I actually go down in the morning, in the evening, and the afternoon to see where the lighting come from. You see, as a designer, we have to be more detailed, right? To use the natural light.
Fantastic.
You know, it's not everything we need to use those like ready light, you know. I think natural light to me is very important.
If I were to age this home right now, it'd be, early 30s, right? It's very personalized to Tania and Tim and the crowd that they host, their friends, right? And they're largely around early 30s aged. But what we want to do is give it a little more 38, 42 kind of vibe. So everyone can really come in and buy this home. So that means dialing things down to a cleaner cream or even a beige pattern, and this palette will help us with that.
Okay, when I step inside the living area, I see there's a lot of this type of color print, like a bit retro. To me, you don't feel like a house feel. It's a bit of like commercial. You have this hand signal.
It's a very strong thing coming in when you see, right?
It's very aggressive, yes.
So are you going to change it to like a smiling face?
Yes. I was going to change to a like welcome. Like everyone they come in, the first thing they were like, we call that the law of attraction. They will attract. It's like husband and wife.
Wow.
If you do a good master bedroom, they attract. That's why I got 5 kids. So attract is very important. I think the living area, we need to do something is much more special and nice. If not, there's nothing to catch your eyes because they have a very big living there. So when I spot there's one wall, around 4 meter to 5 meters, so I actually want that wall to be something special. So I'm going to mix it with some nice cement and feature and lighting especially to make it more cozy. So when they're having dinner time, they can face this special wall, I think the feeling will be good.
Nick, so will this help you in selling the home at 1.08 million?
Well, Fauzie, we've worked with Wilson a long time. He knows exactly what we need to get this thing done. I love it. I think we're going to get it done. This is really that new, clean, neutral vibe that we're going for. And I think a lot of people are going to want to eat it up real quick. The next challenge we're going to have is probably the timeline and the pricing. So that's all us.
With the design sorted, we head off to source for a dining table and a sofa, as well as to get some tips from Wilson on choosing the right furniture for the job.
So if you're looking for a table, what do you usually look out for?
It depends on the shape of the house.
Okay.
Okay, example, you want to have a round table, Make sure the shape of the house, is actually broad and big.
Right.
If let's say the shape of the house is long, then we can choose a squarish type of dining table.
What about colours then?
Normally for colours, we will want to have a contrast feeling. If the whole wall, the feature wall, the design is all in dark wood colour, normally I would choose a very bright colour to have a contrast.
So if let's say your walls are a bit bright, then you can afford to go a bit darker on the table.
Yes. Let's say your feature wall is dark, your furniture is dark. When you go and step inside the house, it's like one batch of darkness is that area.
I see. What about sofas then? What do you usually look out for?
Alright, I think sofa, the most important is comfort level.
Oh, okay, gotta try it out first, right?
Yes.
It's not bad actually.
Yes.
Is this what you would usually recommend?
In the market, you're looking for material, like fabric and leather. For people like me, always want to change the house design, the vibe around 3 to 4 years, then I will choose fabric. For fabric, somehow you'll let your house to be more softer. It's not like leather, a bit more stiff and more like heavy.
Then what about the colours then? Do we need to match it with the walls or the curtain?
If let's say the colour of the wall, is actually pure white, then of course we're going to choose something is more like, we can actually contrast it. A slightly darker tone. So the flow can be good. Of course, the most important is the sofa size. Because you cannot just bomb 2 sofa in and actually the whole house clutter.
Right.
Yeah.
The shape of the house, the size of the house matters
Yeah,
also.
so sometimes you can have 2-seater plus 2-seater. You don't
Right.
have to be L-shaped.
That's why planning is important.
Yeah, so space planning is the most important thing.
Space planning is the most important thing, and having a good idea is also important.
Of course, thank you.
Okay. Shake hand, shake hand.
The transformation process begins with decluttering and the removal of old furniture pieces, opening up the space for a complete repaint that gives the apartment a bright and fresh new look. The brand new dining table and sofa set Wilson has chosen can then be delivered and roughly positioned in place. And with just a few days left to the review, we decided to check in with Wilson to see the state of the makeover.
Can already see some difference in this house.
Yes, right.
What's happening now? Huh?
Okay, today, right, we're going to change all the lighting to white.
To match the white walls now.
Yes, right. The light now, right, is not bright enough, and also it's not spread evenly. Some area is actually without any lighting. So we're going to use more on the cool white. Because now the house is a bit of like spotlight, and actually you make your house very dim and it's very hot. So let me show you the light now.
Okay.
Ta-da-da!
Wow, it does make a difference.
Yes.
With these cool white lights now, with the white walls and then the natural light, suddenly the room looks much more spacious.
And the more important thing is what you know, the industrial look have no more.
Yeah, I noticed that the pipes are all white now.
So we call that makeover.
Wow.
Wilson, this is our herringbone design. It's a very fun design because you can customize the fishbone sizes on the wall.
Now that the lighting is done, Wilson turns his attention to the feature wall and goes through samples of decorative stucco wall finishes to find one that he likes.
I kind of like this piece, you know,
Okay,
because
that's
it's combined between the rough and the smooth part.
Stucco wall finish is a manual handcrafted process that adds texture and depth to a wall. It's a decorative art that dates back thousands of years and is often used in palaces and homes across Europe.
Right now, you can see my craftsmen. They're actually applying the base coat to the surface itself.
But even for this base coat, I see that they do it, there's this swirling
Right.
method that they're doing.
So in order to create a texture on the surface, right, we actually use this trowel. So the trowel is able to create the dimension on the surface. So that's the method of achieving the very natural texture. Everything is done by hand. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
This thing is actually need a lot of workmanship. It's not like the supply and install. You need someone to really got experience to catch the structure, to catch the color, how we're going to mix. So definitely this is a difficult job.
So that's how they do the technique.
Yes,
I see.
beautiful, right?
Wow, this looks fun.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
Yeah,
Want to try?
I can.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, go ahead.
You sure?
It's yours.
Yeah. Yes, you're doing it right.
Oh, just like this is fine? Yeah. So I don't need to keep pressing it?
Don't press also. Don't.
Oh, don't pull it down. Don't pull it down. Just do this. I see.
Very light tapping.
Wow,
Right,
nice.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell Tim and Tania that this part of the wall is
By you.
by me.
Yes.
So
Signature.
must get a cut from their sales later. From a home that's very personal to one that's a lot more neutral, the family-friendly look is finally coming together thanks to Wilson's magic touch. But will it be enough to wow potential buyers and set a record-breaking price for a 5-room HDB flat in this Queenstown area? Let's find out after the break.
This rare and spacious 5-room HDB has all the winning factors, but Nick is concerned with the appeal of the home. With Wilson's help, we've given the house a brand new look that might just help it fetch a record price in the Queenstown area.
After all that hard work, today is the day where we finally unveil to Tim and Tania their new, improved, and much more sellable home. Can't wait to find out what they think. Tania,
Oh, wow.
Tim, welcome home.
That's different.
Hi.
Well done.
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's a lot whiter.
A lot whiter. Come in,
Oh,
come in, come in, come in.
brighter.
Check out the feature wall.
It's nice.
This is different, right? That big fist thing is gone.
Yeah.
No more
No
fisting
fisting.
in the house. No more fisting in the house.
The living/dining was once dim, edgy, and industrial. With loud graffiti art on the walls and low-hanging lights that seem to make the room much smaller, now it's a bright, open, and inviting space that immediately draws people in as they enter the house. But yet, there's still a hint of raw hipness that comes through the subtle textures of the stucco wall finish.
It's different. It's different, but I think we were both kind of apprehensive at the start, going, oh, is it going to be a little bit too wide? Is it going to be too sterile, too different? But I think Wilson and his team did a really good job.
We also worried that she would say, okay, maybe it's too cool, you know? But I think that from her eyes, I can see that she loves it a lot.
Wanna check out your new sofa?
Yeah, why
Go
not?
ahead.
Looks great.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I can already imagine Luca hanging out here.
Oh yeah.
Luca will not be allowed on the sofa. Nice.
This is the new living room area.
Yeah.
And then it also leads towards your new balcony area
Very pretty. It's got nicer furniture.
too. Right.
It's got nicer furniture.
What else?
Look, more plants my wife can kill.
Wow.
The balcony was once messy and covered with clutter. Now it's the highlight of the home. Cozy and chic. It's the perfect place to sit and relax at any time of the day.
We've been married for about, 4 years now?
That's right.
4 years, so we've never really had such drastic change.
It feels like this is a nice stepping stone for us to get to the next phase of our lives and ease out our fun, hippie youth.
It looks like a hotel.
Yeah. You've even got fancy, expensive hotel thingy-mabob.
Yeah.
It matches the theme.
The master bedroom has gotten a nice uplift too. Simple touches like a fresh coat of white paint and the right bedding can make a world of difference. Similarly, the walls and moldy-looking pipe in the master bathroom has been repainted white, making the space seem that much brighter and more spacious.
I think Wilson did such a great job. And to be honest, if we don't get to sell it at the price that we are looking for, I'm totally fine to just stay here for the next couple of years as well. Yeah.
We should still sell this for the price that we're looking for. It would help. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes and clearly more bed sheets.
I love it. It's everything we envisioned and more. In the past, people would have come in and they've looked at it and say, you want 108 now? Right now, they will be looking at it and they say, it makes sense. Can you go a bit or not?
So this is your new place. I hope you love it. And I hope you get to sell it for the price that we're going for.
Exactly.
Although we all love the changes, the real question is, what will potential buyers think? Nick has arranged for an open house to see if our makeover has given it the boost it needs.
It's really all about first impressions. There's only one shot, and so we got to set it up as best as we can.
All the best, Nick, for the open house.
Yeah?
I think you can achieve your goals.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty confident, Amit.
All right.
So this is the home. Come on in.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. Okay, guys, come on in. So welcome to the home. If you ask me how important it is in the open house process, the weightage is, I would say, about 80 to 90%. If you have stuff lying around, if it's not in its optimal position, the immediate perception goes to zero. First impressions do count in real estate.
Okay, what do you guys think of the vibe of this property?
Yeah, I really love it. I think the minute I come in here, I can see all corners of the house, there's natural lighting coming in. The most important thing is when you walk in, it must feel good.
I think we really like natural lighting. And then it's a very bright house and very clean look.
And most importantly, I feel that there's a lot of space for your kids to run around.
Yeah, he needs a lot of running
important,
around.
right?
I don't even know where he is now.
You've seen the house already. You like it?
I think it's very nice and cozy. We're starting a family soon, so
That's good news. Okay.
yeah, I think
good to know.
it'll be really nice to live here.
Can you see yourself living here and maybe having another baby here?
Oh, but I would say yes because
Wait, yes to which one?
To both.
to both. I would say I would love living here. And there's this very cozy vibe to it.
Right. So what's the max amount that you would pay for this home?
I think given the market now, right, 1 million would be quite reasonable.
I think we're comfortable with $1 million.
$1 million? Oh, that's nice. That's quite close to what we're looking at.
I'll stay right here.
You want to stay here?
Right here?
Okay. I think the decision's made already. Ralph says he's going to stay here.
Okay, we're counting on you, Raf. Thank
Okay.
you.
These lead you into the outdoor balcony. So from the time we began to put out the ads, prior to doing the full complete makeover, I would say our conversion in terms of leads to actual viewers has actually spiked. It's cleaner, it's definitely fresher, so people are drawn to that. We've brought buyers in the past, when it was the before version, they probably, take a longer time to think about it. But now as they're coming in, you can see the response and the confidence has changed. So I think that has made a drastic change in the game.
Tim and Tania's home always had good bones to begin with. Only now, it has the great looks to match. Nick is confident that he's very close to a sale, and it's only a matter of time before they break the record for the most expensive HDB sale in the Queenstown area.
What does it take to sell a beloved home? In Tim and Tania's case, we've taken a home that's personalized to a T and neutralized it as much as possible to appeal to the widest pool of buyers. From an edgy and industrial home to one that's warm, cozy, and inviting. It's certainly been quite the transformation.